Hi everyone, I'm coming at you today with 5 tips for creating a thorough user's guide. When planning a product launch, even as far back as the development stage, consider the importance of a user's guide. A user's guide serves as a knowledge exchange document or tool in which product engineers and product managers can share their detailed knowledge on the system's functionality and capabilities with the end user. When you're creating a user's guide, it's important to be as thorough as possible so that the end user can operate the product with little to no questions, essentially serving as a first line of support. My colleague Eric has recently created a user's guide for a mobile application that our team's been working on, and he's been kind enough to share with me his 5 tips for creating a thorough user's guide. Eric suggests 1, pretend like you've never used the software before. Writing with the mindset of a new user will help identify the areas to focus on. He says that while writing, something might feel obvious, but that doesn't always mean it is to a brand new user. So avoid assuming that everyone shares the same product knowledge that you have and write down even the most obvious of capability and associated process. 2, Eric says that visuals are invaluable. Take a mobile application, for example. Having screenshots or diagrams gives a user context for what the manual is referring to. Visuals can also help break up text and allow the user to focus on a particular section. Tip number 3, try to explain things as precisely as possible. The more specific you can be about detailing a feature, the less room for guesswork on the user's part. Larger features can be broken down into subsections, and those into precise explanations of a single feature. While tip number 3 talks about precision, Eric shares that tip number 4 is all about being concise, meaning that explanations should be brief and to the point. Long explanations can become overwhelming and convoluted, often confusing the user and ultimately becoming unhelpful. And finally, Eric's 5th tip is to give the user's guide writing process a pause after you believe you've completed the document. This allows you to mentally process the document as something to be read rather than a work in progress. After you've given it some time, go back and reread the guide. This can help you identify any clumsy wording that you may find when rereading. Perhaps something that initially made sense to you now sounds unclear, and you can wordsmith a sentence to read more naturally. A really big thank you to Eric for sharing his user's guide writing tips with us. To recap, 1, pretend like you've never used the software before. 2, use visuals. 3, try to explain things precisely. And 4, at the same time, try to explain it concisely. 5, give it a bit, pause, and then reread the document. And I'll share my bonus tip with you. Have a minimum of at least 2 different people read through the guide as well. 1, an individual that is familiar with the product or software who can check for accuracy. And 2, an individual that has never seen the product or software before, making sure that they can effectively work through the user's guide and then solicit their feedback for areas for improvement. Thank you again for watching this video. Please feel free to contact PSI if you have any questions or need assistance with your software development journey, or even need a hand writing a user's guide. We'd be more than happy to help.
If you found this video to be helpful and would like to learn more, or if you'd like to learn about another specific software development related topic, let us know in the comments below or send us a message at info@psi-software.com.